Oh, hey. What's up, fam? So, I actually figured out the problem on the Jetta. I mean, that thing, the Acura, the TSX, the JDM, the coolant reservoir or the expansion tank has a slight crack in it. It's leaking from the tank. So, what's up, McDovin? So what's actually going on? This is what I think is the actual issue because all the spray, if you look at it, is only. I look tired, but I'm not really tired. I'm just like, and I'm just what they call rustic Al. I haven't shaved. That's probably what it is. Um, so what I think is that the expansion tank has a crack or some type of leak. Um, so what is happening is everything else is like intact. Like all the coolant system looks like perfectly intact. So what I'm thinking is happening is when the car is idling, it's building a lot of pressure and the coolant is overflowing like normal, where it's supposed to go in the expansion tank, and it's leaking. Versus it staying into the tank, so when it cools down, it sucks it back in. It's just going away and nothing's coming back in. So as the coolant doesn't go back in, or the amount of coolant that needs to go back in isn't going back in, um, it's what's the word? It's not sucking any coolant back, so it's overheating because it doesn't have the right amount of coolant to properly flow the system. Like I said before, on the upper radiator hose, that is actually the feed hose. Um, Same like on our Mark IVs, where the upper radiator hose is actually what comes out of the head into the radiator, back down in reverse flow. Um, More likely, that is the biggest issue that's happening on that car, is where it's leaking from. Um, is because that expansion tank is not holding the right amount of coolant in it to suck it back up and fix the problem. So I'm gonna call him up, tell him I figured it out because I couldn't overheat it. I tried to overheat the car as much as possible, and I was not successful at all. I mean, I drove that thing in spurts, revving the living crap out all the way up to like 6,000, and it didn't overheat. Did not overheat at all. So I can't do anything about that. It's just nothing I can really do. So solve the problem. Hopefully, it's just a new expansion tank. Fill it up properly and send it, pretty much. Um, so next thing. So the next season of PincheAls Garage, unfortunately, is going to be on kind of a standby situation. Once we finish the Patreon car, of course, Patreon members are going to get the next car. You guys are gonna, you guys invest in the channel. You guys are gonna pretty much, you guys are what making the channel continue for the next season. But it's a slow process on Patreon side, since a lot of you guys are pretty much donating X amount of dollars to the channel per month. We do X amount of modifications, so that part of the channel, nothing's changing. We're gonna stick with the same formula. The motor's built, the motor's done on for Luis's side. Once we get the that motor out of the car and the car wrapped and all the other fun stuff done to it, we're gonna get back on track and finish the next build for the VR6 for that car. Break it in, dry the crap out of it, and then give it away completely to somebody new, somebody on the Patreon side. So that's gonna be a little bit longer process, but we're gonna get it done. On the pretty much the public side of YouTube or PincheAls Garage, it's a little bit different scenario. The good news is I got a really good offer for 3 Mark IVs, all 3 running. One of them can't be registered because it's not smog legal. I can care less for that. The upside on all these 3 cars is that one's a GLI and it's an automatic, so that gives us a ton of content for the next season alone, because we're gonna do a full manual swap. Why not? No one's on YouTube actually has an automatic to manual conversion on there that's super thorough and walks through the entire process. So that's exciting for me because I actually finally get to do one. I don't want to do it because it's super time consuming. There's really no reason to, because you can go buy a Mark IV with the manual transmission and be done with it, you know. But a lot of people have their Mark IVs all done up and nice the way they want it. They don't want to do it again on another platform or another car. So this is where the option is either fix the automatic transmission or do what the smart people do, swap it. So that's what we're going to do. Since we have 3 cars, but we have the ability to get 3 cars and swap them. One car we can probably part out. The car that's probably all done up with tunes and wheels and stuff like that. Probably part that car out, sell all the parts, obviously to someone, everybody who's in need. Use those funds to keep doing the swap and potentially turn it into a new season project. That being said, though, again, that part of the channel will be postponed until we all figure it out together as a community and what we want to do. The Corrado is actually back on track. If you guys, for the 4 people watching right now, the Corrado's back, and we're gonna finish it this summer. The Corrado will be done in summer of 2021. I figured out how to get around finance issues and all that to get it done so we can give it away. My wife and I were contemplating like a lot, thinking about keeping the car, just due to the fact that time is our biggest enemy here in the channel, due to the fact that, again, I'm the only one who does everything here. It's a slow process, so I think if I give the car away as a raffle, make some money out of it, that way we can use it for the next season of PincheAls Garage, to help invest into that season and keep the season going for the next build or the next project in the works. I don't know 100% what I want to do. There's a lot up in the air, and this is where you guys watching right now need to help us decide. Should we keep the Corrado? Should we give it away? If we give it away, should we just give it as a plain giveaway and take our losses, or do it as a raffle? That's, again, a really good decision for you guys to help me make. So it's one of those things that I want you all to be involved in it. I want your guys' opinions. I want your guys' feedback. Everything matters. Yeah, it sucks that we weren't able to accomplish the goal that we had. The goal, I thought, wasn't very big, but again, it's one of those things. The channel is not as popular as most people that I thought it to believe it be. But hey, man, take it like a grain of salt and keep pushing on forward, because that's all that matters. That's what we do, right? That's how it works here at PincheAls Garage. Is, you know what? It's just another hurdle. Just another door to go through and make it successful eventually. I guess 7 years isn't enough, so might as well just do another 7 and see how it works out in the end. Probably be 50 by the time the channel is successful. But hey, it becomes successful. That's all that really matters, if it does happen or not. Honestly, I don't know. But doing the manual, automatic to manual swap is huge for us. So I'm excited for that. What about you guys? What do you guys think? What else do you guys think that we should do for all you guys watching right now? What else? What other ideas do you guys have in mind for us here at the channel? Maybe stuff that's more in the budget option. That's more budget oriented, since we are having some hard times right now here in our country. What would be some really nice, low budget mods or low budget build stuff that would actually help us a lot? Please comment. Be right back. I close the garage door. Okay, do the GLI and sell it. Yeah, I mean, that is a good idea, but the problem is if I build the GLI, I don't have any money. There's no money to do the GLI to build it. I only have the whatever the cars I have available to do the swap, um, and then go from there. It's kind of a hard scenario, you know. You know, the GLI is a nice car. Again, it's not worth a fortune. It's like maybe a $2,000-$3,000 car. Since it's not, since we do a 5-speed swap on it, it won't be. The other cars are in okay shape, Pasky. They're not in great shape. Not like the GLI. The GLI is in good condition. I don't know the interior condition at all. I don't know the other stuff in it. I don't know. Again, I trust my friend. So on Tuesday, I'm actually going to go buy the cars. But again, it's one of those things is that it's scary. It's scary because who knows what nightmare I can fall into in this scenario. The good news is that once I buy the cars off of him, I can leave them on his property as I work on them. So I don't have to worry about shuffling cars back and forth here in my driveway since I don't have space to shuffle cars in my driveway. He'll let me pay for the cars and then pretty much work on them as I need to during this process, which he's super cool about that. He's, like I say, he's a really good friend of mine. So that's one big added benefit for us, is that I don't have to immediately have the car here on my property until I'm ready for it. You know, so that's a big plus. One of the cars I can sell. I can part it out and make a decent chunk of change. I can probably make my $2,000 back by parting out one car. Using the other car as a parts car for the GLI, and then once it's all done, we can probably use the parts car and turn it into a Lemons car, or make it into an off-road vehicle, another off-road vehicle. Maybe we can definitely turn it into a truck, but as janky as possible. Nothing like super quality, like a super janky little truck, and turn it into an off-road vehicle. I don't know. It's just some other idea that we can go with that car. Since it's just a Jetta 1.8T, there's nothing crazy special about it. I don't know. What else do you guys think? Exactly. The Smith kit is not cheap at all. That's like what, $3,000 kit? It's not a cheap, not a cheap kit at all for sure. Zero 40 is not the way to improve cooling. 5W30 is what you need. Run an oil cooler if you're running hot. I don't recommend just dumping thinner oil. These cars were actually 1.8Ts were manufactured with 5W30 full synthetic from Castrol. So I don't know why you're going to a much thinner oil for a 1.8T. I mean, you can if you want to, but I mean, donating to the channel just seems more appropriate. But you can. It's up to you, buddy. I'm definitely not gonna say no. um, you know, it's one of those things. Is like I won't say no to that. That's for sure. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. So the UTE kit from Smith Performance is $4,000. Pretty much $3,500 plus shipping and taxes and all that. You're looking at almost $4,000 kit. It's a gigantic box. I mean, it's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous kit, but man, that's a big chunk of change. And again, you guys wanted to go that route on the channel. That kind of money, whew, that's not it doesn't come it doesn't come easy, that's for sure. So yeah, I mean, we definitely tried, guys. So the other option that I was thinking about was the quad turbo. Oh my god, I just thought about it. We could do the eBay built Jetta with quad turbos for as cheap as possible. You could buy you can buy eBay turbos for like $100, and I could have my buddies fabricate the cheapest manifold known to man to go, four turbos on a 1.8T. I just thought about that. I mean, since we can't do the UTE, we can definitely do the most eBay built 1.8T Mark IV ever. I mean, we can buy all the eBay things. Those are super cheap on it, That's a cool idea. So I heard a big turbo is safer due to lack. Yep, that's correct. That is correct, Ken. Big turbo, way less torque spikes. Also, but it depends on the turbo you go on, Ken. The turbo does make a difference. Some bigger turbos still have massive torque spikes if you go really expensive ball bearing turbos, and those can also have the same style, same issue. It's really how can I say, for your situation, it's really, you got to pick your flavor. You got to pick your demon and work with it. Some big turbos spool super quick, and some of them slow as molasses. They don't take it. They take up to 4,000, almost 5,000 RPMs to start spooling. So yeah. If you're gonna get a legitimate Garrett GT30 70R, not an eBay clone turbo, that spools pretty quick. That's a ball bearing turbo, Ken. So yeah, you're gonna have to build that motor. No matter what, you're gonna have to build that motor. Exactly, Pasky. A rat rod Ford turbo Jetta. That would be gnarly. I would be dope. I think that would be a really dope build. Figure out how to raise the engine like 6 inches. Cut the body so the wheels stick out. Oh, it'd be so goofy. Rust it out. Put some really, really crappy like steel seats in it. Chop top the roof. I mean, oh man, it'd be an ugly, ugly car, but it would be cool. Or just a quad turbo 1.8T Jetta. Rusted steelies, yeah. Again, that could work. I agree. With a spick, it probably would be a good thing. Learn the world. Oh no, I would be scared to death to learn the world and me drive it. I had my buddy teach me, but I wouldn't do the welding. Oh man, I'd be scared ish to drive that thing. It'd be a death trap on wheels if I did the welding. But the manifold would be epic. The spool noises. I already had an idea on how to make it look. Literally have the manifold. So I actually have a 1.8T right here. So this will be obviously this is a 1.8T model, but as the model you'll see here on the back of the engine, have the manifold come up and have the 4 turbos go 1, 2, 3, 4 right here, and then stick out and have an intake, you know, and then the intercooler, because it's gonna have to have 4 intakes. Each turbo will have to have its own dedicated intake. But yeah, the turbos will come up to here, 1, 2, 3, 4, line them up. The manifolds go around to the back, like curl out. We're obviously gonna have to cut a gigantic hole in the hood, build like a fabricated scoop, so you can see all 4 turbos in there, and you can see 4 little filters. You know, they would be the smallest turbos you could find. I wouldn't do anything bigger than a KO3 in there, just because anything bigger would never spool. I mean, one exhaust port to spool them. No, it's gonna have a hood passkey. We're gonna have some class. I don't want to get pulled over for this. Like I said, with the little like hood scoop, but you see all 4 turbos underneath the scoop with like little individual like little tiny little filters coming out of them. You know, mathless obviously, and I had to figure out how to cool those things. Oh my god, to cool them. They probably won't spool fast enough to require cooling, but I mean, yeah, like half a hood, but like half the hood is pretty much turbos. I mean, it'd be super goofy, but it would be cool. You know, eBay clutch, eBay, you know, diff, eBay like coolant system, eBay fuel system, everything you could eBay would be in there, as possible. All the eBays. I mean, Chinese tires. I don't know. I want to be able to drive the car home to a point. I think. I don't know. You know, we'll use eBay and Amazon as a thing, I guess. Let me see what we can find on Amazon for a turbo. I'm actually super curious what Amazon can sell me a turbo for. Just, I guess, a turbo? Just Google the word turbo. I mean, Amazon turbo. I mean, there you go. $140 for a VZ21 RHB31 turbo for small engines, for motorcycles, snowmobiles, UTV, Suzuki. So pretty much for snowmobiles and stuff. This thing is goofy as all heck. But it we can do it for $140. We could do what, 140, 400, $600. We get 4 quad turbos. Oh wow. There's this even cheaper. I just found an even cheaper one. I gotta get you guys on here. Hold on. Oh my god. The cheapness that I'm seeing here is ridiculous. Window capture. Yep, there you go. Okay. $122. For a T3 style turbo. I mean, it's got a cool mount, and we can buy those mount T3 style bolt-ons like those, and it's V-band. I mean, it's probably too big, honestly. But $122 is not bad. Let's see here. See what a KO3. Wow, I can get a KO3 even cheaper. I can get a KO3 for $111. Oh wait. Even cheaper. $109. So, I mean, $109 is not bad at all, or $111 is not bad at all for building a turbo setup. These will probably be set to 10 psi because, yeah, that's a lot of boost if you think about it. I love how it says up to 300 horsepower. For a KO3 stock turbo. Yeah. You probably get, you know, for our eBay, Amazon built. A max. No, that's actually too big, McDubbin. That's way too big for this build. If we go this route. I mean, but for the price, it's, you know, it's cheap. It's ridiculous. Just my head is showing here. Yeah, we have to stick with KO3 or smaller. Just because of cost. Even if it's free, cost is still one of those things, is like, you know, I don't know. Hey, if you guys want to do me a favor, maybe you can hit up Mr. Beast to help out PincheAls Garage. Just a thought. Maybe you can hit up Mr. Beast and like, hey, help out PincheAls Garage. Maybe have him do an episode with PincheAls Garage where I'll do a contest with him, or I don't know. Mr. Beast makes a gajillion dollars. Maybe he can he can do something, you know? Let's see what max speeding has for a turbo. Oh my god, their turbo's expensive. $200 for a KO3. Probably buy a house. I don't need a house. I'd be like, just help me do my channel, you know? That's it. Don't need a house. I mean, McDubbin, I wouldn't want to take it. Again, I have no use for something that big. I know it's kind of weird saying that's a bigger, but it's too big for something this. I mean, maybe we can use it on maybe another build or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I mean, we can talk about it later, buddy. Your engine systems. Turbo actuator. Let's see here. That's not a turbo. Have a KO3, but a KO4 spools like a KO3. that wouldn't gain anything for us. Oh man, we could put a 5 horsepower 163cc motor. How about we just type in the word turbo? Not trubo, turbo. Let's see. Price low to high. Alright, let's see if we can find a turbo in here. What's going on, Radu? What? How do we go to $500 or $600? What is this nonsense? Oh, because I clicked on the last one. Ha! Come on. These are all accessories. We're almost there. Okay, okay. Still accessories for a turbo. That's nice and early, Radu. It's 11 o'clock at night right now. $98. Okay, okay, we're getting close. Everything is cartridges, but no turbos. Oh, wait, wait, wait. Here's a $108 turbo. I love how there's no pictures I can see. Nice. Look at this. I can get a Garrett GT28 for $100. Whoo-wee. High performance. I got pictures in this one. The problem with this one, the exhaust is good, but the downpipe, you know, like you can see, like the way that the downpipe bolts onto it is goofy as all heck. It's not gonna work for building a yeah a turbo setup for that. Gotta keep it all round. Yeah, I think the best options are the KO3s from Passat. They offer the best round option. So right here. No, this is not for a Passat. This is not. This is for a diesel. So for these turbos right here, on the hot side, if they'll give me a picture of the hot side, well, back here there's a 3-bolt. That's just literally just a round, a standard 3-bolt like flange where you can buy online for nothing, and then pretty much you would do that. You would U it down, and then pretty much have a pipe go along with it, and we would pretty much make a pipe go from there. That'll be the exhaust port, and then they have the standard 3-bolt bottom flange for the actual exhaust coming into it to spool it pretty much. So that would be the hard part, to make that bottom piece work. I wish they had better pictures of these stupid turbos. They don't show the backside of them. Let's see if we can have a better picture. Ah, here we go. You can turbo whatever you want, Pasky. It's just money. People do turbo 2-point slows. It's actually, there's actually a couple pages on Facebook for that. This is what we have to worry about right here. This adapter plate. This is a very uncommon plate, but we can probably have my friend Ben machine this, so we can weld a pipe to it, and that would be pretty much what I would have to do. Is go find one of these stupid casts, stainless steel. He's one of these cheap stainless steel manifolds. Where is it? Yeah, one of these. These are dirt cheap. Like $200 or something like that. What we would do is right here on the welds, cut the welds off, and literally run the weld to the pipe of the turbo, and that's what we would use to turbo, do a quad turbo setup. Just cut these all off and then run the exhaust to the turbo itself. And that's pretty much it. That's all we would do. And then the wastegates, since the wastegates are built into the turbo, that's it. I mean, just run a boost valve to them and set them to 10 psi. Actually, you don't even need that since it's built into the turbo. The wastegates are all set up to by default to 10 psi, and that's it. Technically, we'll be running 40 psi on a motor, since each cylinder will be getting its own 10 psi turbo. It's so much. Actually, no, it wouldn't be each cylinder. It would just be all volume. So it'd probably roughly estimate, probably 15 psi in total. No, it'd probably still be 10 psi maybe. If all 4 turbos were boosting at 10 psi, it's still probably, because it's going to be flow. So yeah, it'd just be 10 psi. It'd just be, yeah, with 4 turbos. Because you wouldn't, the only way around it that would work, I don't know how we would measure it, but you would probably want, if you would want each cylinder to have its own turbo, you would literally have to make a manifold and feed each turbo per cylinder. And that's the only way that would work. That would be a super nutty build. Because then that would be a true quad turbo build. is to have pretty much each turbo, its discharge pipe, pretty much the boost pipe is what you guys want to call it, go into each cylinder separately. But the way you would, I don't even know how you would intercool that. Or would you even need to intercool it since it's such a small amount of boost? See, that's some witchcraft right there to make it work. But it'd be goofy as all hell, I tell you that. It probably would. It probably would look cool.
What up, people?
So that's pretty much what we were talking about today. So I'll keep you guys in the loop on Tuesday. Please, please, please look on the comment section of our page. So the community tab on the YouTube page, because we're gonna put in a voting sheet. We have $1,600 or $1,700 that we raised for the next season of PincheAls Garage. And we can do so much more. Let's just figure it out how we're going to do it. It's 11:30 here p.m. I'm going to call it a night. Thank you, everybody who did tune in. I appreciate you, and I appreciate everybody who did donate to the channel as part of our Indiegogo campaign. Since we didn't become successful in that campaign, we're going to figure something else out. We'll see what happens in the future. We'll use the funds to do whatever you guys want to do, and then we'll go from there. I mean, it's going to be plain and simple. So, you guys have a wonderful night. Peace out. Be safe out there. And as always, here at PincheAls Garage, if you see another dubber on the road, give a thumbs up. Give a deuces. Respect one another, please. From another brother. And as always here, we're going to break, we're going to fix, and we're going to repeat. So, peace out, everyone. Have a wonderful night. And I'll see you guys soon.